Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Star Rail. Um, I know it's been a while, so I know things aren't as I had left them. If I recall, I was somewhere in the middle of uh, the Jian Lofu story because I had gotten to a point. I had reached the end of the story as it was available at the time, and took them a bit to add more story to it. In the meantime, I went on to other games. Um, we're starting early with the gravelly voice, it seems. Anyway, um, so I wasn't sure if I was going to come back to this or not, and ended up playing just on my own. Um, Not thinking about uh, if I'd be back to this on stream or not, because, well, this is one of those kind of games that you have to play more often than not. And so, yeah, I just decided that I'd just continue on, and if I came back to it, I'd come back to it. But, so here we are. Um, I am caught up with the story at the moment. Um, I do have a few character missions to do, but I don't know if I'm going to do them. Mainly, the reason why I am streaming this today is because I had intended to get back to a crafting game of some sort. But my uh, I noticed that Planet Crafter is going to be having a update soon, and they just said sometime in October. And I figured, well, this is the day I usually do my crafting or factory games, so I'll just stream it on Sunday. But they haven't actually come out with a specific day yet. So, to fill in the time, I figured I'd do just like on Wednesdays. I've been just doing a filler thing. And yeah, we will go with this. Again, I don't know if I'll continue this more than today. I guess it'll seem, or it'll, um, I guess I'll base it off of how well it does. I don't really expect it to do that well, but we'll see. Anyway, uh, today I am going to try to get through MOC and some of Swarm Disaster. Uh, if I. Let's see, where is it? It is. If I go here to the station. Nope, that's not where I want. There we are. If I head over here and hop in the simulated universe, as you can see, I'm not very far along with this. Maybe halfway. 7 out of 13. So, not great there. I don't know how high these go, so I can't really tell how far I am on there. But this, for sure, I have a decent way to go. Looks, I mean, looks like I'm over halfway through. But if you count these off on the side, then probably have a ways to go still. So, as far as the disaster's difficulty goes, I am currently on 5. So, We'll see how that goes um, there, but I would like to do, what is it, MOC? I forget what that stands for. Memory of Chaos, I believe.
Do you
So,
want to enter the Forgotten Hall?
I'd like to do a bit of this first, because, well, I've fully starred the basic, which, you know, I guess isn't too difficult. Um, and I have yet to do this round of Memory of Chaos. Now, I'd like to state before I continue, I am. Oh, what is it? It's free to play, but I get the daily check-in, whatever it's called. Um, I get this thing, the supply pass. So, you know, that's the only thing I have purchased. So I guess it's not technically free to play, but I don't know. I figure it's close enough. Um, I haven't gotten the battle pass or whatever it's called. I've never gotten Nameless Glory. I don't have any of those weapons, that sort of thing. Um, so uh, don't expect like, oh, this must be a simple thing. They've got E6 characters and their light cones and whatnot. No, these are the characters I've got. I do have a few that I've invested in a little bit more than others. In fact, Fushuan is the first
Having
character.
trigram on both ends. The third to last line says.
The first character that I've gotten their light cone. So, you know, got pretty lucky when rolling for her. So I figured I'd spend a couple of tries on the light cone. Anytime I do get the character long before I expect to, I throw a couple of rolls into their light cone to see if I get lucky again. And this just happened to be one of those times. Or the one time, I guess. Other than that, you know, if I go to the Eidolons page, you know, as you can see, I didn't have to roll enough to get more than one blinks. Of course, any 5-star I only have one of, except, of course, the main character. Some of these others, I'm still, you know, at 4 there, 3 there. You know, Ching-Che isn't quite to the point where I would have liked them to be. As you can see, my top 4 characters are Quantum, so, you know, I was going for the Mono Quantum because why not? Yes, I do have Silver Wolf, and she is very powerful. That being said, I'm not a great player at this game, so, you know, that's part of the reason why I want to see if I can clear Memory of Chaos 10. Herta was one of my favorite characters to begin with. Kind of fell off a bit once I started getting more characters, because as much as I like the character, they just don't do enough damage. Yeah, they're specialized in AoE. It's great. I used them for quite a while, but now that I have like Kafka and Dan Heng, Imbibitor Lune, you know, it just doesn't quite compare. as far as some of these others go, I've got all but the last of March 6th. I got really lucky with Yukong, I guess possibly because uh, she was one of the ones where you get a free character from. So I managed to get her up to 6. So, because I had gotten her up to a 6, that was one of the reasons why I went for Imbibitor Lune to get that uh, imaginary damage bonus, I guess. Uh, uh, is it Gepard or Gepard? I forget. In any case, one of those two. Um, just through random chance, I have ended up with uh, E2 of him and his light cone. Like, all of this was randomly through um, the basic banner. And I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing. I kind of see it as a bad thing because while it has built him up to kind of force me to use him, if I had just, these three, these two extras and his light cone for other characters, I would have some of the 5 stars that I want. So, if I go in here, that's not what I want. Just have a look at what's in here. So, I haven't gotten, and I can't even remember their names. I haven't gotten Wilt. I haven't gotten her. I haven't gotten Clara. I haven't gotten her. Bailu, I think, is her name. So Bailu, Clara, Wilt, and Himeko. I guess they're all listed right there. I didn't quite see that. It's hard to talk and read at the same time. Sorry. So, these are 4 characters I have missed out on in the randomness. So I was Jeopard. Bronya, I have gotten 2 copies of, so I'm at E1 of her. Haven't. This was fairly late in the game. Haven't really leveled her up, equipped her well quite yet. I know she's quite good. I just haven't had the resources with what I was focusing on. Asta, again, another one that didn't quite reach 6. Pela, she's been in enough banners that I've gotten her to 6, and I know that I should use her. She's great. But I haven't been able to equip her well enough yet. Ting Yun, I've actually never gotten in any banner. I had to actually buy her through the shop for 140 points when she came up. So, again, another character I would love to use, but just came too late for what I'm doing. So I'm just playing catch up at this point. Some of these others I've tried to use in the past: Serval, Sushang, Hook. I gave a bit of a try. Great character, not really a fan of them in battle, but we'll see. Yanqing supposedly is a great character. I haven't used him. The same for these other three down here. Sampo probably won't use for the fact that I don't like his character. The way he was introduced, the way he acts, just I don't like him. Sorry. Uh, so yeah. Um, I guess I will hop into here.
Do you want to enter the
With all
Forgotten
that
Hall?
being said, just kind of a introduction to what I've got for my characters, and we'll see how this goes. Likely, I will get, a good way through this. Just because most of these are level 80 that I'm going to use, or close enough and decently equipped. Not necessarily the best equipment. I am free to play after all, and I gotta balance leveling with money, with equipment, and all that. So, I think I'll just go ahead and start in here. Alright, so the ability of this round is summons a Trotter at the beginning of each wave and each cycle. The Trotter takes 200% more damage from skills and ultimates. When defeated, it inflicts vulnerability on all enemies, making them take 30% more damage for 2 turns. This effect stacks up to 2 times. Okay, so with that, I'm not certain if I actually need Silver Wolf or Pela in the battles. It may just be better to focus more on damage, because I'm pretty sure that there are diminishing returns, things like that. However, for the most part, I'm probably going to be, just because I have put so much effort into a mono quantum. Sorry, having trouble talking. Since I have put so much into a mono quantum team, these 4 made, not Trailblazer, Fushuan, Silver Wolf, Sela, and Lynx will probably all be on a team. The other team will consist of whatever is needed. And I realize that that's not necessarily the way you're supposed to do it, but that is a way that has been given to do it. And I don't know. Just as a free-to-play character, I am glad that I have the opportunity to be able to do this. Sure, some of you are better at this and might be upset that I do it like this. Well, that's just how it is. I'm sorry. As for this first battle, though, let me see. I guess I don't need to think about this too much. So if I do Gepard, Natasha, and the 2 what kind of damage is that? Imaginary? The 2 imaginary damage users should be able to get through that one just fine. And then, as I said, just popping in a mono quantum team for the other side, and it should be able to get through it without too much trouble. Again, this is stage 1. I shouldn't really have a problem. Alright, again, summons the Trotters.
Be watchful, always.
So I guess we'll just start with that and do that. we'll get this going. I'm just gonna go ahead and
Ah, great.
set this to auto because, well, I think they can do it without my help.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
And again, it shouldn't be too difficult. This one is starting out as quantum weak, so you shouldn't have too much of a trouble with that.
Converge and awaken. Human creations.
I gotta say, I am
This is double speed.
glad for Fushuan. Like, she has
Next.
definitely helped in the defense department.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Before this banner,
A sharp scythe needs targets.
I had limited choices, you know. I'd have a good team that I could put together and a team that would barely survive. So I'm hoping I can get through this better than I have in the past. And then, of course, the second battle, I can just go all out.
Infallible.
And just go like that. Now, I don't know
Time
if
for a buzz.
the game has good auto-targeting or not.
Time for a buzz.
We'll see. Also, I'm going to turn the volume down here in a moment.
Remember this moment. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Because it definitely looks like it's a bit loud.
Who's next? This is double speed. Time for a buzz.
And there we go. Easy peasy. Can I... No. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to go through this first round before I'm allowed to... well, actually, can I... No. Gonna have to go through the first round
Seize the initiative.
first. So,
I'm with you.
we can do that, and then... Well, I guess this one is as good as
What
any
is
other.
the cloud song?
Gale Force!
Break! Oh, grace. World cleansing dragon.
Now, my Imbibitor Lunae isn't all that well equipped at the moment, so he's probably not going to stand up to as much as he probably could otherwise.
Rise!
That being said, it certainly looks like he
The consequences are mine
doesn't
to bear.
need the equipment,
I'm with you.
so, I mean, worked the first time, might as well do it again.
Water heeds the cloud song.
And we'll see how this goes.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Gale Force!
Break! World cleansing dragon.
And yeah, I am being a little quiet to begin with. Again, I think the game is a little loud and I don't want to talk over
At
it.
all.
To the clouds!
Rise!
Gale Force! Bolt! From the blue!
challenge completed. No problems with that, as expected. Now, let me go into this and turn the volume down just a little bit. Like maybe a little bit there. A little bit there. Hopefully that has...
Do you want to enter the Forgotten Hall?
Well, I think it's going all the way up there. Hold on. Let's turn it down a little more. I'm looking at my volume balance over here, so maybe like this. How's that sound?
Do you want to enter the Forgotten Hall?
That looks a little bit better. We'll see. Alright, going in. And we'll go ahead and go into the second one. Alright, so got fire and ice over here. Shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, hold on. I currently have a physical main character. Let me swap that over to preservation. Just to be sure they are equipped like that. Oops. Let's get them a proper light cone. This one, I guess. Nope, not enhance, equip. There we go. The reason why I use this one is because I often pair main character with Kafka, and this just seems to just be that one more DOT that can be thrown onto the field to assist Kafka with.
Do you want to enter the Forgotten Hall?
Alright, so here we go. Into this. We'll go with these two to start with. I probably don't need a healer, but I don't know. I like having a balanced team. I'm not much of a fan of a hyper carry type situation, but we'll see. All right, so ice, however, don't have a great selection for ice, but Herta's okay. She's the best. I suppose March could also do well, but that's not really giving me much of a good situation. So, is there any other thing I could do? I don't have wind, and in imaginary, I could go with imaginary. Two of those. Again, I could do this setup. Only this time have fire instead of, well, yeah, let's try that. Then of course down here, going with this. And again, it is just the beginning round.
We need a strategy.
I figure I'll go auto until I lose, or until I lose one of the 3 qualifiers. So like, or I should say the cycle qualifiers. If somebody falls, well, I'll have to figure something out. But
Will of preservation.
anyway, we'll just start this again. Alright.
Gale force.
volume levels. Then again, Danhong is fairly loud with his attacks. But that may just be sound effects rather than the voices. So I might have to turn that down just slightly as well. Oh, we're done? Okay.
Consequences are mine to bear.
Will of preservation.
Sure.
What is the cloud song?
I wasn't really looking. I was checking volume balances. Alright. And I still have Fire MC to help with the breaks.
Blood cleansing track.
And, you know, I don't know if the bonus for the MOC, I know it changes every cycle, but I don't know if it's one of those things that can make or break a run. It just seems like something, it seems like an effect that you can do no matter what. Like, you have the ability to give weakness to enemies. So, oh. Alright, what just happened there? Alright, second round and I've already had a character down. Alright. Maybe I should have used...
Wind on top with
You know what? Yeah, return. Let me redo this slightly. Let's go back to Jeopard and see if we can't do this slightly better this time. I do not know why he attacked twice in a row like that. I mean, I guess he could. I just don't know what it was that caused him to do that.
I'm with you. Seize the initiative. What is the cloud
Oh, I should have adjusted my volume when I was out. Oh well. We're trying this again.
Blood cleansing track.
A little bit of a bad start. I losing a character on round 2 doesn't look good for me. But, you know, let's see how it goes. I mean, okay, first part, not a problem. Just like before.
Not mean cowardice. I'm with you. What is the cloud song?
This time, however, I'll try not to get struck twice by a giant gorilla on the person with the lowest health.
Blood cleansing track. A wheel forged in ice never falters.
And again, I have no idea how my team compares to anyone else's. I assume that if you spend money on the game, you're going to have stronger characters. But, you know, that's just how it is. Would you switch your target, please? Well, she didn't die this time, so I guess it's okay. Well, there he is. Focused right on her again.
Blood cleansing dragon.
That's better.
Alright.
From the boat!
So it looks like this guy's gonna be a problem sometimes. But we got through it that time without too much difficulty.
Enemies ahead. Up for a scrap?
Alright. So we'll start on this part. And we'll see how we do.
Disappear among the sea of
Now,
butterflies. Illusions
another
of the
thing
past.
that I want to mention right now is if I get stuck at a certain point, like if I can't pass like stage 7 in 3 or 4 tries, I'm not going to keep bashing my head against it until I do pass it.
Disappear
That's
among
not
the
how
sea
I
of
want to do
butterflies.
this.
Illusions
You know.
of the past.
It's just
And await
it's just not how I like to play the game. So again though,
double speed.
I'm not going to do this auto the entire time. I'm just going to go auto until it looks like I can't go any further with
A sharp
auto.
scythe needs targets. In battle. Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
The other thing is, I didn't want to
Time for a fun.
start this off like halfway through because I wasn't sure how far I'd be able to make it on my own. Like, mostly I've been ignoring MOC just because I tried it out a while back and I don't think I could make it past stage 4, or at least
Disappear among
I
the sea
couldn't
of
make it past
butterflies.
stage 4
Illusions of the past.
and get any bonuses. I think I could get through it at 0 stars. So, okay. And that was because, you know, I had a good team, my main 4 that I focused on to begin with. And then, might not have been 4. Whichever stage starts. Well, I suppose they all require 2 teams, but I don't know. I think stage 4 was the first stage I couldn't get past without getting any stars. Before what are we in? 1.4? Again, Fushuan and Lynx have made my quantum team. You know, beforehand it was just Sela or Sele. I know that Sele is how it looks like it's pronounced. You know, like Neon Genesis has Sele as an organization in that anime. I know they pronounce it Sele there. I don't know why it's Sela in this game, but, you know,
Go.
if that's the way that they want to pronounce it here, I will certainly go along with that, as long as I can remember to do so. Let me look at the volume again. Sound effects might need to go down a couple steps, just so they're not so loud. Okay.
Do you want to enter the Forgotten Hall?
Back to this. Okay, this time we've got an easy choice here. So Quantum Team goes up here pretty easily. And then we have Electric and Imaginary. Imaginary on pretty much everyone. But, you know, let's switch it up a little bit. Let's go with Jeopard and Natasha. Again, this is another reason why I was having so much difficulty. Is before this, I only had Natasha as a healer. And so my second team had to be a hyper carry of some sort. Just one sustain and 3 of other things. So, you know, it was kind of difficult with Ting Yun being out of the picture because I didn't have her. And then I just kind of had to cobble together whatever I could. I had Jeopard and Fire MC as my tanks. March is in there too. But I don't know. She didn't seem to work as well as some of the others. Like Fire MC and Jeopard both have shields that go on the entire party, whereas March shields one person really well. I don't know if it's better than Jeopard does, but like March seems to me more of a sub tank, I guess, like an off tank, whatever the terminology of that is, secondary tank, something like that, where you have one person there to be the primary tank, take the hits, and then March is there to, you know, throw in the shield on the one person that got focused too much, or, you know, she's a little bit of damage, a little bit of tankiness. So I kind of paired her with the main character a lot. And then the other team had a healer and Jeopard. So, but for this battle, we're gonna go with Imbibitor Lune and Kafka, since those are the 2 elements that they're weak against. Alright, so we'll start this like usual. And see how we do. Again, the vulnerability might be overkill with Silver Wolf here, but, you know, why not?
This is double speed. Converge and awaken. Human creations.
There we go.
Enemies ahead. Up for a scrap?
Alright, once again. Yeah, there we go. And I am curious how far I'm going to get before I have to start jumping in
Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
without auto-battling.
Illusions of the past.
Or even jumping in and switching the teams up.
Time for a fun. I think something bit me. Gather as one.
One thing I do have to get used to, though, is the fact that Fushuan isn't a
Time for a fun.
shielding character.
This is double speed.
Like, her abilities all focus on damage mitigation rather than damage prevention.
Human creations.
I like how she works. She splits the damage, so it's a lot like the destruction gold card, the one that makes everyone take an even amount of damage. It's kind of like that. But then she also adds, like, she has her own defense, and then she provides defense, additional defense to everyone. So not only is she splitting the damage up, she is preventing a lot of it,
I'm with you.
more so than usual.
Water heals the clouds song.
And I don't know the specifics behind it, but
Is that all?
I looked into a lot of it when I was getting equipment for the relics and whatnot. So I believe she is like hit point focused. So a lot of her abilities are based off her hit points.
Stand still.
So it seems like it was fairly easy to get equipment for her. Not that I've gotten
Say bye.
hit points on everything. I think I went with a little bit of balance.
Consequences are mine to bear.
I think 2 hit points, a defense, and speed. Like, speed boots seemed like the
Caution
overall
does not mean cowardice.
thing to get for characters. I don't know.
Water heals the clouds song.
Suppose I can check that in between battles here.
Relax.
Just give you all a
Distance is futile.
stat check, I guess.
Rise.
Stand still.
So you know to
Will forged in ice.
compare to other things. Like, you might be able to get some of this information just off of the numbers that you're seeing. Like, you can see that when Gepard shields my party, it's, just over 2,000 health.
Time to say bye.
Things like that.
Boom.
Rise.
There we go. So, okay, let me just bring this up real quick. So, for Fu Xuan, she has just about 8,000 hit points. Attack, I guess, doesn't matter. Defense is up to 2,100. Speed
Having trigram on both ends.
is
The third to last line
127.
says,
So if I go over to relics here,
today is a good day for public service and overtime.
these are what I have equipped. I did go with speeds. So, just a quick check here. I crit damage. I don't know why I ended up with this is a good amount of crit damage for some other character. life, I didn't get a single roll on hit points or defense or break effect. It all went into crit damage, it looks like. The first upgrade, of course, unlocked break effect, because I think this had just the 3 stats on it to begin with. So not the greatest, but it's what I had on hand. Again, crit damage, ended up getting a bunch of rolls. I should, like, once I find a good character that would fit this, like maybe Blade, next time he comes around, you know, he's a hit point focused character that does care about crit rate and crit damage. You know, maybe some of these pieces of equipment would go to him. But you're going for the damage reduction bit. This one, I think it rolled everything a little bit. Again, not great, but it has the main stat that I was looking for. Speed, of course. And I did manage to get a lot of defense on this one. So this one was pretty good. Then the items, the orb and the rope here. Again, not great, but it's what I had. So, I believe Imbibitor Lunae is the next one I wanted to look at. So, stats, kind of like this. Not great, again. Managed to get a 70 crit rate for him for the orb that they've got. So basic attack and skill damage increased by 20%. You know, ran out of items to level them up, so they're not as good as they could be. Also, you know, this imaginary set, I didn't get the chance to farm it all that well. Some of these, like I think this one, while it's not great, it's got just base hit point and attack on it. This is one of those that I had to use, I had to craft this one rather than get it randomly. So, you know, there are a few of those things that I've had to do as well. Alright, stage 4. Just as a reminder, I have not been into MOC since I've gotten Imbibitor Lunae. So, I know that was not too long ago. I think that was this this release, wasn't it? It was Imbibitor Lunae and then Fu Xuan. So, or was it Imbibitor and Kafka? I can't remember. I know one of them, like between the 4 banners, I think it was Blade, Kafka, Imbibitor, Fu Xuan. Not necessarily in that order. I think it was just those 4 that were the last 4 banners. Had skipped Blade. I wanted to get Blade so much. Tried to roll for him. Ran out of currency. I think I got like 50 rolls on him or something. Because wind is one of the ones that I'm lacking in for elements. Because I don't want to use the basic Danheng. I don't know. Hunt characters, Sila's a little different, but most hunt characters, just because they only target one enemy, seemed to be not great. Of course, I started out with, physical main and Herta as some of my main characters. So, most battles I was hitting everything for a lot of damage. Like, to me, a lot of damage. So I think my main party was Physical MC, Natasha, Herta, and Asta. And between all of that, I had a little bit of buffing from Asta. Sometimes I'd switch in March if I need the extra tankiness, just from there. And March would usually replace Asta, I believe. But, I'm not that great of a player in this game. So I don't theory craft. I just play it for fun, and I mean, I'm still playing it, so I must still be having fun, right? All right. All right, so we have fire, wind, and we have imaginary and ice. Well, everything in here is weak to imaginary. Excuse me. So, gonna set it up like that again. And then this one is going to be this team. They should be able to handle this without too much difficulty. Some of them are even weak to quantum.
Infallible.
Alright, let's get this going.
Up for a scrap?
So, I started playing Star Rail because I enjoyed Genshin. And I thought, oh, they're coming out with a new game? I might as well try it, see if I like it. Wasn't sure if I'd like the turn-based over the action styles. And it turns out I actually like this better because you get all of your characters at once rather than switching between different characters to be out on the field. And I like this party system better than
A sharp scythe needs target.
the Genshin system. I still like Genshin a lot, but I can only focus on one game at a time, at least as far as games that I play. Streaming wise, of course,
Having trigram on both ends.
I do in fact play multiple stream games at once. That being said, I just haven't had the need to go back to Genshin yet. The new area certainly made me want to take a look at it again, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm finding, as I just mentioned, I'm liking Star Rail more than I like Genshin. And that might be because I was able to get into it at the ground floor. I started playing when the game came out. I was able to basically keep up with most of the banners. You know, some have rolled worse than others. You know, so I've got E2 Jeopard here. Again, whether you consider that good or bad is up to you.
I'm with you.
Um,
What against the clouds?
and when what's the next one? Zenless Zone Zero, I think. When that comes out, I'm gonna try that one out too. And you know, depending on how that goes, you know, maybe Star Rail will take a back seat for a bit, just like Genshin did. But we'll see.
From the boat.
But for now, I am really liking this. I like the story. I like the gameplay. You know, as you saw, there are a couple things that I still need to take care of. You know, I've got a bunch of character missions to go through.
Consequences are mine to bear. Seize the initiative. I'm with you.
But I'll get around to them eventually.
What against the clouds?
So, I think I have had major improvements in my characters here since last time I have gone to MOC. Considering, you know, this is where I used to get stuck at, and now I am getting through it with an auto attack.
From the boat.
And that might be because I just have more character synergy than I did back then.
Nap time.
It might be because I put so much effort into a mono quantum. As I mentioned before, it used to be just a good team and a good team for me at the time.
Nap time.
And a team that was cobbled together from whatever was left. Because, you know, for me, one team had a tank and a healer, and then the two left would be whatever elements I needed for that battle. And then the other team would have to rely on just a tank, because I only had one healer. So now that I have two healers, and apparently some strong characters, I am getting further than I thought I would. You know, I certainly don't expect myself to be getting through 10, let alone getting to 10. But I just wanted to give it a try and see how far I would make it. And again, with the simulated universe, I certainly don't expect to get through it in one shot. I've gotten up to it, but you know, getting through the fourth stage of simulated universe took a bit, you know. Alright, how do I want to do this one? So, this one recommends imaginary, this one recommends electricity. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this out. So it's going to be these three. I don't know if MC is the best choice in this. Perhaps I should just go with Jeopard. You know what? Yeah. Let me just go with a full tank. We do have some ice weakness in there. And I don't really have any other DOTs. At least I don't think. Like, obviously, I'm not going in there with level 20s. And I wasn't able to get Luca. Like, whichever banner he was on, I tried rolling a couple times, but I didn't get him. So, had to go without him. I think he's coming up in another banner. Or, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking about the event that he's in, or the character quest. Who do I want on the team as well? I could maybe go with Herda, since there's an ice in there. There's a couple ice in there. Sure, why not? Let's try that. Jeopard should be able to keep them all alive. And then second team is Mono Quantum. Actually, no, I'll stick with Mono Quantum. I thought about swapping somebody out for Imbibitor. You know, maybe I don't need a healer. You know what? Let's just experiment a little bit. Why not? You know, go with more of a hyper carry than I would probably need for this. So let's give that a shot, see if I need healing in this. Because Fushuan with her signature light cone might be able to just handle everything on the defense side.
I'm with you. Seize the initiative.
Does that hurt?
Alright, I'll just start this up, see how it goes.
Relax.
I do find it interesting that the Trotter kind of makes it so that the enemy can't summon all of the enemies that they want to summon.
Boom.
Is that all?
However, it looks like this is going to hurt a bit.
A will forged in ice.
Oh, but I did manage to get the shield off. So we're still good. Still, there goes half the shield right there.
Relax.
I'll just keep up the vulnerability.
Nap time.
However, I'm noticing we're not able to take out
Time to say bye.
the bonus enemies every time. So he is getting his damage bonus every single time. This time he's attacking Natasha. Right, not as bad as I thought it would be, but still not good.
A will forged in ice. Never falters.
That's better.
This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
And we get sometimes like that, where she where Herta is able to hit 4 times with her follow-up attack. And I think that's great. That's why I like her so much. One of my favorite events was when they had both Herta
Time to say
and
bye.
Himeko in the same team. And I just thought that was kind of fun to experience, I guess. Just a couple of characters that had different follow-up triggers that worked well together.
Big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Also, this seems to be lasting a lot longer than I thought it would.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Relax.
Maybe it's because I'm using Herta. I don't know. Once the battle's over, we'll see what the target number should be. Because if it's 18, yeah, it's
The human
18.
body is beautiful in its fragility.
Well, we'll see.
I'm with you.
Upgrade configured.
Does that hurt?
Because at this rate, I don't know if I'll get through all of them
Stand still.
and still be above 18.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Time to twirl! This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Then again, the other one wasn't weak to ice. That might make a whole difference here.
Stand still.
We'll see.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Time to twirl!
Time to say bye.
There we go.
Time to twirl!
Relax.
Although, we are approaching turn 19. Again, I just don't think Herta has the damage output that
Yours!
she needs to keep up with everyone. Alright, so we're on 19. We have to do well enough that we
Be
don't
watchful,
drop below
always.
18 in either of these battles.
Infallible.
So let's see what it can do.
Water heats the clouds soft.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Time for a fun.
I mean, we still seem to be doing fairly well.
Who's next?
This is double speed. Together as one. Human creations.
World cleansing
Alright,
dragon.
so it,
Who's next?
am I still at 18? I am at 18
Consequences are
still.
mine to
Okay.
bear.
So I have to win this one in one turn.
Infallible.
I don't know if I can do that.
Water heeds the cloud song.
Because it looks like it took more than one turn for that previous one.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
We'll see.
Illusions of the past.
No matter. What? Time for a buzz.
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Time for a buzz.
But no, that's... This looks like it is the end of this round, and I'm
Who's next? Converge and awaken.
turned to 17. Oh well. Just by a little bit. But we passed it. Gonna keep going. Might come back to this and see if I can get that. I am getting to the point where I'm not getting all the stars, but I am actually still getting through it. Except for that one weird battle on the second round. I think I'm still going fairly good. Again, we've got the perfect setup for my parties, so we'll put Quantum against Quantum over here. Should do pretty well. And then we will put Lightning and Imaginary down here. I'm wondering if I should just do all Imaginary, though. Nah. Wait. We'll do this. This is good. Oh, right. I think this is where I started losing a lot. Because
Mountain and marsh from top to bottom. The third to
this is
last
where
one
it changes to no longer being two
Someone's
separate
slacking
battles.
off right now. Infallible. Seems this path is no good either.
Alright. Yeah, battle 1 of 2.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
And I'm noticing the enemies are getting slightly stronger every single time.
This is double speed.
Health-wise, at least. Or level-wise, even.
Time for a buzz.
You know?
Together as one.
Seela's just not
Creation.
quite doing enough damage to take one down.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
It does kind of bring up the question, for me at least, like, what should I be going for in the next banner? Or the next 2 banners? Because they've got 3 of them
Disappear
coming
among
in
the
this
sea of
time.
butterflies.
They've got
Illusions of the
2 new
past.
characters, or 2 new 5-star characters. And then Zila rerun, which I believe also is a rerun for her weapon. Like, I don't know. As much as I'd like to try to get Zila or her weapon,
Disappear among the sea
E1
of butterflies.
Zila, I should say.
Illusions of the past.
No matter.
I don't think it's something a free-to-play
Time for a buzz.
player can do. Like, because I don't have unlimited coins, I guess. Because I'm going to stick to free to play. I feel that $5 a month is. I'm not really doing the $5 as a. I want a little more out of the game. I'm doing the $5 as a. I'm enjoying this game. I think it's worth spending a slight amount of money on it. You know, where a normal game you'd probably
Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
you'd buy it and then
Illusions
play
of the
it.
past.
This one, of course, is.
Time for a plunge.
I don't feel
This is double
it's
speed.
quite, you know, $15 a month, but it's definitely, in my opinion, worth more than zero per month. So I do the $5 a month as a. I'm enjoying this game. I think it's good enough to spend some money on.
I'm with you. Seize the initiative. What against the cloud song?
And then just having the benefit of extra coinage, I guess.
Is that all?
Time to say bye.
Biter didn't quite get his ultimate there. He's just a few pixels off. Oh well.
A will forged in ice never falters. Rise. Blood cleansing
So
dragon.
we're still doing okay. I mean, I am noticing that, like, Fushuan had to use her restore ability. You know, she was brought down to less than half her health at this point.
Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom.
Alright. Round 2. Here we go.
Our position is solid. A will forged in ice never falters.
Nap time.
I wanted to mention in the near future, I may be doing a few extra streams.
In the name of preservation.
Time to say
I'm
bye.
not certain yet if I will or not. It's just been kind of in the back of my mind.
Will forged in ice never falters.
A lot of time, like, I stream 5 days a week, and they usually last 3 to 6 hours. I try to make it more than 3 hours for sure, but 6 hours is usually my cutoff time. Just because I don't want to go for too long, but if like it's not a good stopping point or something, then I'll go a little longer. You know, like first episode of Pokemon Scarlet went, I think, a little over 7 hours because I just wasn't quite to a good spot to stop. That being said, usually what determines when I stop between the 3 and 6 hours is how long my voice can handle talking. And so, you know,
This ends here.
that's where my 5
Time to say
streams,
goodbye.
3 to 6 hours, comes from.
Boom.
But I'd like to stream longer, and so I'm thinking of having a bit more of a casual stream. Probably sometime after the normal stream would end. So I would stream, I would end the stream, I'd probably get a bit of food, have a small break of some sort, you know, go through everything I need to take care of. And then I'd like to start a second stream on some nights. Not on a schedule basis or anything like that, but more of a... I have casual in the tags for this stream. So I do kind of stream at a casual pace. But this would be more casual than that. So it would be more of, I'm just streaming because I am playing a game, you know, not I'm streaming to have a stream, but more along the lines of, I'm playing a game, I might as well stream. And in this, in what I'm thinking of, I'm not going to be talking as much because, well, I need to save my voice for the next day, really. So I'm thinking of doing kind of an extra casual stream where I'm just playing a game, not really talking so much, but if any of y'all come around and say hi, you know, I'll chat. But other than that, might be just an occasional comment on things, or just not talking too much, because, you know, I'd still like to stream, but my voice can't handle it. We'll see how it goes. I may or may not do it. Depends on... it's definitely not going to be every day, that's for sure. Just depends on what I have going on, I guess. Alright, so here we have fire and electricity, or lightning, I guess. And here we have imaginary. So, as much as I would like to use a variety of characters, I can't really, because, well, these, well, almost top 3 rows. I do count Jeopard in there as well, because he's a tank that I've had to use. Like, if I could swap Jeopard and March around, you know, these 12 would be the characters I use the most. Since I've gotten my Quantum team together, March has kind of fallen off of use a bit. But, I mean, most of what I do only requires 4 characters anyway. So it's really MOC that I've been trying to get 8 characters together that can work well. And, I mean, it seems like it's working out. I am now on stage 7. Not sure how much further I'm going to be able to go. I mean, at the moment, it looks like I am just getting to the point where, like, Fushuan is just starting to have to use her recovery ability. Lynx has yet to really need to use her healing. So I'm thinking either stage 7 or stage 8 is when I'm gonna start seeing a bunch of
Enemies ahead. Up for a scrap?
difficulty for the characters. And you know, it might depend on which enemies I'm going against.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Time for a buzz. Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
The other thing is, like here, I'm using monoquant for this.
Creations.
I could be using Jingche, but first off, she's not equipped as well as some of these are.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
She's also
Illusions of the
a,
past.
like, as I showed earlier, I only have 3 of her. I'm only up to E3 for her. I don't have E4 or E6, which apparently is what is recommended for her. And because of that, I haven't really invested as much into her as I could have.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Then she really does use a lot of skill points.
Creations.
I've given her a try a couple times, and I've definitely noticed sometimes where I'm sitting at 5 skill points ready to go. Seela's
Double speed.
ready to do like a multiple
Yin and yang.
a multiple round effect, like, you know, using her skill twice, her ultimate, and then skilling 2 more times. Then Jingche takes her turn, and she's like, nope, all of these skill points are mine. We gotta take them all, not get what I'm looking for, and just waste it all.
Time for a buzz.
So I don't know. I don't really like the randomness of her character.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
But then even if she was
Time for a buzz.
a good damage character, I don't know which one of these 4 I would swap out for her.
And awaken. Who's next?
You know, because while it's not necessarily needed, again, Lynx didn't need to heal at all. She could have, but she didn't. I don't know what you need to get in order for her to use her healing. Maybe half health or something. But, you know, I guess she didn't need to use her healing quite yet.
I'm with you. Seize the initiative.
Alright. Starting up this one. See how we do. By the way things have been going, seems like we might be doing okay. The only thing I'm worried about is
Heal.
Yukong's
Forged in ice.
health,
Never falters.
To the clock.
because she has the lowest health.
Quick. One commencing dragon.
Granted, so far the only problem I've had with her health was when the big gorilla decided to focus its strongest attack on her 2 times in a row. So maybe I shouldn't be all that worried.
To the clock.
Nap time.
seem to be ignoring
A will forged in ice.
the little guys at this point for some reason.
I'm okay.
Gale force.
Oh, there you go.
From the bow.
Blood cleansing dragon.
He's still not down? Okay.
To the cloud.
Like at this point, I'm seeing that I'm probably not getting the turn counter when I need to.
Gale force.
Because here we are at 19. And I think 18 is the target.
Never falters.
So we're probably not going to get that. But as long as somebody doesn't die, I'm okay. I mean, even if somebody does fall, I'm okay. As long as the party doesn't get wiped, I guess. Or get to an obvious point of losing. Like, if the boss has a sliver of health left and somebody falls, I'll still finish the battle to see if I can win.
Is that all?
Nap time.
But we'll see.
Will forged in ice. Never falters.
Stay hydrated, folks. It certainly helps with having to talk for hours at a time. I am seeing them breaking through the shields a lot at this point, though. That being said, of course, Natasha has not needed to heal,
Nap time.
but they're hitting hard enough that I'm worried
Just a little
that
something.
if she,
Think nothing of it.
that if they're close to half health as it is, they might just drop in one hit.
A will forged in
Okay.
ice. Never falters.
Got the shield back up. I feel a little safer.
Gale force.
Blood cleansing dragon. Is that all?
Nap time.
Heal.
Just to add a little bit of vulnerability.
To the cloud. Boom.
The other thing I'm noticing about auto battling is they're not really focusing on one or the other boss. Like, both of them seem to be on the verge
A will forged
of
in
death
ice.
at this point.
Never falters.
Nap time.
And theoretically,
Gale force.
you'd want to focus one down
Cleansing dragon.
before the other. I mean, granted, if all you're doing are AoE attacks, then maybe this is just how it goes.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
To the cloud.
Rise.
Fighter Yume is sitting at very low health a lot of this battle. Okay, 16 was the target at this point. Okay. So far I have missed 2 stars. It's a lot better than what I thought I'd be doing, that's for sure. Really like to see myself get to level 10, if not being able to pass it. Looks like this might be a bit of a difficult one. This one is probably going to go quantum because, again, I don't have wind. So put Team Quantum there. The ape is a difficult one for me, I think. Because those are all elements I don't really have a good, like fire and ice. I mean, maybe, you know... Oh, switch over here. Like, I can hit those elements. It's just not with anybody that does any good damage. So... what would be the best? Maybe just Imbibe de Lune and Yukong again? I don't know, Yukong is... Yukong's gonna go down to the 8, that's for sure. If I do that. So, Imbibitor, but, like, Ice... Like, Pela is only level 60. I don't think that's a high enough level for this kind of stuff. Let me see if I have Asta equipped. So Asta has kind of fallen off. She doesn't really have any relics on at the moment. Oh, and her light cone. Let me switch this here. Alright, so we have a level 70 light cone. What would be good for her? Like, I don't have much that she could really use. I mean, maybe just give her some hit points and defense to survive, maybe? Max health. Now let's see what I can do. Alright, so if I equip that, I probably have a counterpart that can probably be equipped in here somewhere. And we've got this. Maybe I just give her whatever. Just a hodgepodge just to be able to go in there. Because everything I've got is like only a +3 that isn't equipped. Alright, this first one was that. So I could probably do this one instead. The disciple one. Equip that to give her bonus hit points for survival. And then a +25 speed boot. Ain't sure she doesn't do quantum damage. But that's kind of all I've got. Oh, I do have this though. This is also speed. So if I did that, and the helmet, then I would need like these gloves. I don't know. Let's try this. Switch to that. Because this wasn't really doing much for you. I'm throwing her in there for the break effect more than anything else. Switch to that. And then equip these. So now I'm getting the two-piece effect for both of those. Then as far as this goes, maybe... Oh, this is even a fire damage boost. Let's go ahead and equip that. This is what? Broken keel? That's what this is, and this is also hit points. Hit points. It says crit rate, crit damage. It says crit damage, defense. Not really going for damage for her at this point. Just survivability, if I can. 3,500 hit points. It's more than Yukong has, that's for sure.
Do you want to enter the Forgotten Hall?
Let's see how we do with this. So again, Team Quantum up here. We'll go with these two. Imbibitor and Asta. And let's see how this does. Asta's probably gonna drop pretty quickly, but we'll see. Hopefully she'll live through it.
Be watchful, always.
I suppose I could also split up Team Quantum, but yeah.
Infallible.
Like, why split up a good team?
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Time for a fun. I think something bit me. Time for a fun.
Alright, so this guy is getting through with his imaginary thing.
As one. Human creations.
I knew Fushuan is supposed to prevent that, but I guess he...
Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
Alright, she just prevented that one that he did. So that could be a bit dangerous here. Like if he hits the wrong person. Like, there goes my damage.
Yin and yang. This is double speed.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
So
Illusions
it's
of the past.
getting close to where I'm gonna have to start taking control to get things taken care of, to avoid the enemy using too much crowd control.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
And I'm sure the next round isn't going to be any better. Alright, there's the one prevented. And she only does a basic attack rather than re-upping. And okay. That's probably not good. Because I don't think she can... Yeah. Alright. We are having to use healing now because she can't heal herself. There we go.
Human creations.
She is still fairly
Who's
tough.
next? This is double speed. I think something yin and yang. Disappear among the
Those
sea of
firefish
butterflies.
really hurt, though.
Illusions of the past.
I think something bit me. I think something bit me. Time for a fun.
Now this time, for some reason,
Yin and
I mean,
yang.
I was going to say before Zila got stunned there, they seem to be focusing on the big red
Disappear
guy.
among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
And because I've said that, she has switched her target. Wonderful. Way to prove me wrong.
This is double speed.
What, did they just notice that they weren't splitting up their damage and decided to focus on the other guy for a bit now, or what?
Human creations.
I'm not sure the auto attack is very smart. I've never really paid attention to it.
Who's next?
And the one with the most hit points is the one that falls first. Alright. Now, time to see if Asta survives this.
I'm with you. What keeps the clouds soft?
I mean, she should. She has more health than... Actually, she's the second highest health in the party.
Rise.
Of course, if that happens twice, you know, I don't know how many would survive the Ape's attack like that.
World cleansing dragon.
Also, yeah, Owlwig's right. I don't know what causes the ape to switch targets. I thought if you
Forged in
attacked
ice. Never falters.
or used a skill or an ultimate, it would swap to that person. Apparently, I don't know how
Give these
his
trailblazers
ability
your
works.
blessing.
Look, just because I want Asta to live through this doesn't mean you have to focus on her.
Nap time. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Okay, good. It's now focused on Jeopard.
It'll heal. A will forged in ice. Never falter.
As he should be.
Nap time. Oh, let's see.
World cleansing dragon.
Okay, if they use their skill, is how that's...
Oh, stars, give these
It's swapped.
trailblazers your blessing.
Okay.
Rise.
Nap time.
It'll heal. A will forged in ice. Never falters.
Oh, let's see. give these
again, she
trailblazers
gets
your
walloped.
blessing.
Although I gotta say that this is one of the first battles where the trotters are working against me. Ow.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Because I'm unable to focus Asta's attacks on
Felicity.
the 8.
Stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
At least she's still hitting it once every time, so that's good at least.
A will forged in ice never falters.
And we are surviving. We might even... I don't think we're going to...
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers
This is
your
still the
blessing.
first round, isn't it? I was thinking we might even finish the battle before turn 16, but if this is the first round, no, we're not. Ow.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Well, if nothing else, she's making sure Natasha keeps busy.
Rise.
Nap time.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
That's better.
Huh?
Break. Blood cleansing dragon.
But this time, for sure, it seems like the big 8 is going to be
A will forged in ice.
the most difficult just because I've got nothing to break it with.
Who will it be?
Rise.
I mean, I've got Asta, but she doesn't... unless she can focus on it.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
She's not that great of a breaker. Like, she has the potential to break the enemy more than any other character. But that also means that the individual hits don't do as much.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Because it has to be a little bit balanced, you know?
It'll heal.
Nap time.
Is that all?
Although it does seem like she is fairly skill point hungry.
Who will it be? Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Seems like given the choice, she uses her skill. Ow. Stop that.
A will forged in ice never falters. Blood cleansing dragon.
Nap time.
Who will it be? Oh,
Alright,
stars,
spread around
give these trailblazers your
the
blessing.
damage a little bit. However, she is currently being targeted again. And as long as she stays alive, I'm okay with it.
It'll heal.
But she does seem to take an abnormal amount of aggro from that giant ape.
these trailblazers your blessing.
I think as long as nothing horrible goes wrong, we should be able to make it through this. Not for many points, that's for sure. But should be able to make it through.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Oh stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
And I also think that just because of the elemental difficulties, the ape has been one of the more difficult enemies for me to face in this. That being said, I've never made it this far, so, you know, just for the fact that I am at this point, I'm happy.
Forged in ice never falters.
Nap time.
You know, this is number 7 or 8.
Give these trailblazers your
I
blessing.
forget which one it is. I think it's 7. Poor Asta. Alright, 1 down.
I want to know.
Rise.
And down goes
Blood
Asta.
cleansing dragon.
We'll still go with it though, because, well, she wasn't the major damage dealer. She was just the breaker. Although, now that I can't break the boss, I don't know if I'll finish in the next 4 turns.
Will forged in ice never falters.
Just a little something.
We are down 1 character as well, so, you know, that's less that we can do.
Nap time.
Although at this point we should be getting more skill points to use every turn.
Blood cleansing dragon.
But we're gonna have to, at this point, just force through. And with 2 turns left, I don't know if I can. This was not something I was expecting to have to deal with, is running out of turns. I don't think I've ever had this problem. It was always either I defeated them or they defeated me. Oh. Yeah, there we go. I did. Return. Alright, so that was 8. 8 is what we got to. And that's because I just didn't have good breaking characters, I guess. I mean, I consider Asta a good character. Haven't used her in a bit since, well, level 70, I guess. Just because this game kind of goes along the same line as Pokemon, you know? You've got so many spots for your characters, and you've got dozens of times over the number of characters that can go into those. Granted, MOC is the best about that. So, they give you 2 fights, so you can have up to 8 characters. So it is looking for your ability to um, the ability to go through this and have a good selection of characters. Now, maybe I should use Bronya instead. Like, maybe what I need to do is I need to swap Silverwolf down to the Ape and put Bronya in with Quantum. That way we're still keeping our buffer slash debuffer on the team. Let me see what Bronya has at the moment. Again, she's all the way down here. I don't know if I have her equipped very well. So her light cone is level 50 out of 60. She doesn't have good relics. She has a set equipped just for the sake of equipping it. So 2300 health, not great. I think at this point...
Do you want to enter the Forgotten Hall?
Like, again, I could bash against this until I get through it. I got to an 8. I think that's pretty good. There's this other one that I can do. I don't remember being this far along it. Nope, quit clicking on that. But like, maybe I should give this a second try, because it's been a long time since I've done this as well. So all enemies receive increased DOT by 50%. At the start of every cycle, there's a high chance of inflicting DOTs on all enemies. Status inflicted this way will last through 2 turns. So let me just try these out a little bit. I had forgotten that this was a part of MOC. I guess this would be MOX. I don't know. But let me give this a try then. So again, we've got... Oh, is it just a straight up fight? Not like multiple types of minions? In that case... Well, no, let's do this. It gives me 2 elements to work with. I might as well work with 2 elements, see how that does. So it looks like I was able to get through this with 6 cycles or more. It's just I need to try to get through it with 12 or more. Let me see how I do. So it looks like it's just the 1 fight. So, usual, just
no good either.
getting as many set up as possible and going in.
Time for a fun.
Ah, you don't start with the boss. Okay. Interesting.
This is double speed.
You just have a bunch of minions to take the brunt of the initial hits.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Oh. Well, this
As one.
this could be dangerous.
Creations.
2 of these at once.
Time for a fun.
they are level 60, so it should be okay. But when we get to this part right here, he didn't
This is double
affect them.
speed.
I suppose effect resist might come into play.
I think something bit me.
I don't really
Disappear
think
among the
about
sea
that
of
too often.
butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Because usually I think if
Time for a fun.
you're up against a boss, they're probably going to overpower that effect resistance unless you focus on it. And if you focus on it, then you're not focusing on,
Disappear among the
say,
sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
your aggressive stats. So like critical hits, critical damage.
I'm with you. Caution does not mean cowardice. Water heeds the cloud song.
Alright, let's see how this goes.
Nap time. Stand still.
Because again, I don't think I've done this since since MOC, really.
Blood cleansing
Or
dragon.
since I did MOC.
Come get me.
A will forged in ice never falters. Break.
Time to say bye. Boom.
And it looks like I'm doing fairly well in this.
Nap time.
Like this is only 2 of 6, of course.
All in on it.
So
Rise.
Stand still.
I failed.
alright. 17 remaining. That's, you know, much better than I did before. Now, what was this one? So again, within 12 cycles. Ah. This is another one of those giant monkey problems. So while this battle quantum is good, this one, again, I just don't have the elements to work well. Alright, you know what, at this point, I think I'm gonna swap over to the space station. I'll go over here and do some of this. I don't know how long this will take, but swarm disaster. So I should probably work toward these while trying to get through it. And that might not be the best way to get through it, but like elation and preservation, I guess I need to focus on. And, well, no. I think, like, obviously I've tried this before. I could just go in with mono quantum. I don't think that will work. I've probably tried that before. Quantum and imaginary, of course, seems like the best here. If Herta did more damage, I'd certainly take her. Maybe I still will. But okay, we're going with quantum I only have 2 healers to choose from. I think Lynx is better than Natasha, so I might as well go with her. And I don't think I need, like, maybe something like that. I don't know if debuffing them is quite what I need. Maybe just going in with as much damage as I can possibly do. Since it's weak to both, I have my hunt character which can focus on a target, and I've got my destruction, right? Yeah, I think he's imaginary destruction. To do multiple targets. It's a bit of a skill-hungry party. Like, Imbibitor Lune can give himself some extra points, but I don't know. We'll see. And then, as far as all of this goes, I don't really know what would be good. Like, preservation I should probably do. Like, preservation and elation are what I need to advance in. But, alright, Nihility won't help me out at all. Remembrance, I don't really have anything to freeze things with, so I don't think that will be of any use. Preservation focuses on shield, so maybe if I were to bring in some shielders rather than Fu Shuang. What's her name? I'm forgetting her name already. I think it's Fu Shuang. Anyway, this focuses on shield, not necessarily defense. So I don't think any of these 3 will work. Abundance might work, but then I don't have any offense. Like, this'll work, but you know what? Let's try abundance. So every remaining point in the countdown increases the ongoing healing for all team members. More countdown points are consumed. Right, so the outgoing healing is boosted by the number of points you have, but more countdown points are consumed every time you move. Then the buff is when the first or second plane begins, Mercy gets added 2 spots. Countdown is reduced by 2 extra counts, so every time you move, as with the whole countdown points are consumed, or more are consumed. Countdown is reduced by 2 extra counts, so every time you move, it reduces by 3 instead of 1. When entering a domain with Mercy, countdown will instead increase by 1. So you want to try to hop between your Mercies. Every countdown point increase all allies outgoing healing by 5%. Okay, so this first part is just a generic explanation. The buffs itself is what it's actually doing. I don't think we needed the generic version when the specific is right underneath it. Dice effect. So immediately apply Mercy to one adjacent domain of every domain that already has Mercy. Okay, so we start with 2. This could give more. For every domain on the field that has Mercy, immediately gain 1 point on the countdown and 5 cosmic fragments. That's pretty good. But if you're not moving between Mercies, then this just kind of evens out. Because you start with 2, you'll use 3 for moving, and then you'll get 2 for the number of Mercies on the board. After moving to a different domain in this round, immediately apply Mercy to all domains that are adjacent to the domain where the characters are located. So you move, and then the 1 to 3 that you can move to afterwards get affected with Mercy, which is good, but a little wasteful. Because you can get up to 3, but you're only going one of those directions. Select one domain and apply Mercy to it. Okay, that one's fairly good because you get to choose where it's going. When entering combat in this round, for every point in the countdown, all enemies receive a set amount of damage equal to 3% of the respective max hit points, but no more than 60% of the max hit points. Based on what, though? Oh, for every point in the countdown. Got it. So, from 1 to 20 points, I guess. Not great. Although, maybe in the last battle that would be good. If you have 20 or more, then all the enemies are coming in with 40% health. And if you have that relic, or whatever they're called, that reduces their health by 30%, you could get a 90% health reduction in the last battle. That might not be a bad thing. But again, that's a random chance. And then finally, immediately apply Mercy to one random domain on the field that does not currently have Mercy. Okay, and that's just a random one. That seems like the worst. And I guess blue is more common than purple, which is more common than yellow. Okay. So it's likely these bottom 3 are the ones that are going to happen the most. So likely select one and apply Mercy, or a random Mercy, or the damage. And I think we only have one reroll. So let's see how we do. Two random Mercies off to the side. And we enter there. That's not bad. Alright. 2 curios and 1 negative curio. I don't know if I want a negative curio. Or 2 points reduced in the countdown. Obtain 3 random 1 to 2 star blessings. Or obtain fragments. I think I'm going to do this. Lose 2 points in the countdown to get 3 blessings. Although they're completely random, aren't they? Nihility, Remembrance, Abundance. Well, we got 1 abundance at least. Alright, so let's get started. See how far we can go.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Why are they at like 1% health?
Who's next?
World cleansing dragon.
That must be an effect that I have active. Like one of those bonuses. None of these are good. Well, I guess between... Well, effect hit rate might not be bad. I don't really have any effects to hit them with, though. No dots either. So I guess preservation is what we're getting here. It's the only one that'll do anything. Oh.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Again, the AI just doesn't seem to be all that smart. Alright. After they get healed, increase their speed, sure. And that battle's done. Alright. Take the abundance and get the resonance. First round, immediately apply Mercy to one random domain on the field. That's okay. Where does it get applied? Way over there. Alright, well, we don't want to stay out of the Mercy effect for too long, so we'll go directly toward the Mercies that we do have. Head into an occurrence. Spend 40 fragments or something's afoot. Well, let's spend 40 fragments. Let's see what goes on here. Played all. Chance of obtaining a random curio. Chance of obtaining a random negative curio. Or low chance of obtaining a random curio. I'm gonna go with the low chance because, again, don't want a negative curio. Oh, and so that failed. Yeah. Tried once, didn't get anything. Oh well. Apply Mercy to one adjacent domain of every domain that's already has Mercy. And that happens before we move. Alright. Well, that's all the Mercy we need. Well, except maybe the boss area. I don't know if Mercy can be applied there. But at this point, we can hit Mercy all the way to the end. The Birth of the Swarm shakes the entire universe. A large number of domain positions have been shifted. They all had Mercy on them already, so I'm okay with that.
Converge and awaken.
Rise!
Who's next?
Okay, so the one curio I want to keep an eye out for is the one that reduces enemy health by 30%. Because we don't have, after moving to, alright, that's fine. I'll go here. But the one I'm looking for reduces their health by 30%. Might allow me to yeah, basically do 90% of their health and damage. Everything appears to be unknown. Stop at the entrance. Don't be hasty. Let's go deeper into the insect nest. Insect web and a 3-star blessing, or a 2-star blessing, and all characters lose health. Their current hit point. I don't remember what insect web does, but I think I'll settle for a 2-star blessing and half health. Let's go with this one. More attack is what we'll need. I'm pretty sure. Alright, I'm going to save the reroll attempt as long as I can. Of course, this round it has no effect because there are no enemies for me to fight. That's fine. And it's an occurrence. Alright, choose number 4. It has a tiny bow. Obtain 3 random 1-star blessings, or enhance 2 blessings. I'd rather get 3 random blessings. Nihility, destruction, destruction. 2 destruction ones weren't bad. You know, more damage and energy. So we're getting a 10% damage boost so far. It's not bad. Immediately gain 1 point in the countdown and 5 cosmic fragments. That's good. That's what, 3? Yeah. Gain 3 points. Our countdown is higher than it started. We are going into an elite fight that's been enhanced in some way. So it should be okay.
Be watchful.
Maybe.
Always.
It is an elite fight, and we're at half health, so I think
Infallible.
I'm gonna start with that.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
Right.
Illusions of the past.
I forgot. Because of Fu Xuan's light cone. Anytime a new wave of enemies starts, everyone is healed by 80% of their lost health. And then because it's an abundance route, they get, I think one of the things said I get healed for a little more. So that 80% basically
Disappear
becomes
among the sea of
100%.
butterflies. Illusions of the past.
So anytime a new wave starts, and the start of a fight is a new wave, we get healed to full. So I kind of like that.
I think something bit me.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I didn't really think about this when choosing Imbibiter Lune instead of Silver Wolf, is that the elite fights and the mid-boss fights aren't necessarily going to align
Who's next?
element-wise. So, luckily, this
Disappear
one
among the sea of butterflies.
has quantum
Illusions
weakness,
of the past.
so we're doing just fine. You're doing pretty good.
Cleansing dragon.
It's the actual bosses that I'm worried
Disappear
about.
among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Rise.
Converge and awaken. Who's next?
Human creations.
Yeah, I think we got this one without any trouble.
World cleansing dragon.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Almost. There we go. Already enhanced. So, yeah, go ahead and pick that one. As far as these go, I think this one is the one to choose because this one adds it to the turn order as well. So, more healing. I think that's probably the better one to choose right off the bat. Alright, when entering combat, doesn't really matter. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Infallible.
And it's just a normal one, so
Rise.
it's all good.
Who's next?
Gather as one.
Break.
Alright, none of those are good, but none of these are what I want either. So, speed increased until they're attacked, or I'm going to go with the advance forward 8%, because that will last the entire battle rather than just the beginning. And here we are, immediately apply mercy to one random domain. Does not have it. Does that count this one? It does. Excellent. Right at the last moment. Alright. Inflicted with physical weakness or fire weakness. I don't think I need either one. Let's... Which one will be the more difficult to fight? This one I think will be easier. Yeah.
Infallible.
Enemies ahead. Up for a scrap?
So let's do this.
World cleansing dragon.
Human creations.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
How did it get frozen?
Rise.
Must be one of those random remembrance ones that I've gotten. I didn't actually read it
Who's next?
because, well, it was a remembrance one. And I know remembrance is good. Like, if you have
Disappear among the sea of
a
butterflies.
good ice team,
Illusions of the past.
remembrance is a good path to choose. I remember for sure because, you know, I'd have Japard, March,
Human creations.
and Herta on a team. Oh, and it just took out both of my damage dealers. Okay, fine. I see how this is gonna be.
Yin and yang.
World cleansing dragon.
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
First boss, and I'm already being dropped into the red health.
Gather as one.
That's not a good sign. You know, the abundance card I would like to see is the one where we get 5% health per abundance card we have. Ow.
And yang.
Rise. World cleansing dragon.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
We are just not focusing on any enemies whatsoever. And again, there go my 2 damage dealers.
Converge and awaken. Human creations. I think something bit me.
There we go. Finally starting to get rid of some of these fish.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
But not very easily.
Bit me.
I guess that's the problem with this abundance path, is I just don't get the damage
And
boosts
yang.
that I normally would otherwise.
World cleansing dragon.
Who's next?
Rise.
Gather as one. Human creations.
Oh, and he's on a first. That didn't take long.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
Rise. World cleansing dragon.
That's the thing about this enemy, is if you don't take care of him right away, he loses his vulnerability to all elements. And then apparently, without
Converge and awaken.
focusing on the fish,
Human creations.
he keeps that resistance.
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Why did they attack the fish there? I don't know.
I think something bit me.
At least I don't need to worry about how many turns it takes to get through this time. Oh,
World cleansing dragon.
there's a fish there and he has weaknesses. I guess I really don't know how some of these enemies work.
Creations.
Who's next?
Rise.
sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Alright then.
I think something bit me.
Alright, healer down, that's fine. Or not down, but
Blood cleansing dragon.
paralyzed, I guess.
Converge and
Trapped in a
awaken.
time vortex. I don't know what it is.
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Rise.
Alright. Should be able to get close to... Never mind.
Who's next?
Oh, no, he still hasn't summoned fish. But this is probably going to.
Blood cleansing dragon.
No? There it is.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Together as one. Human creations.
And just whittling him down. When we actually attack him, of course. Sometimes I wonder if there is an actual priority process to the AI
Disappear
attacking,
among the sea of
or if it
butterflies.
is just
Illusions of the past.
random. Now, I know that there's a priority because I see with the wolves all the time that they prefer to attack the summoned wolf. Like, it seems like their priority is attack the wolf, that when it goes away, it gives a boost to all the enemies. Then it prioritizes the summoned wolf. And then... Oh, well...
Human creations.
Alright, maybe I'm not going to be able to get through this after all.
Converge and awaken.
Just like that, my 2 damage dealers are out. We are close to finishing this battle, so I'm gonna go ahead and
I think something bit me.
see if we can finish it. But that's a little upsetting.
Creations.
Like, we're doing okay right up until this. And then it just swats down my 2 characters.
I think something bit me. No matter. Yin and yang.
It's interesting though, because I don't normally see this happening. Like, usually it's Fu Xuan that goes down first because she's the one that is absorbing all the damage. Alright, we're not getting through this.
I think something bit me.
Wow. Alright. So, there we go. First boss unable to get past. Looks like I'm gonna need to do some more training. Not training. More gathering equipment and stuff. Improving my characters. Or maybe I should have just gone in with Mono Quantum after all. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do for this stream. I wanted to see how far I could get in MOC. I got a lot farther than I could before. I'm happy about it. Got to 8, not quite through it. And that's only because I ran out of turns. Tried this level 5 swarm disaster for, like, it was not my first try, as you could see when I jumped in there. I did have 4 characters selected to go in, but looks like I'm nowhere near to being able to defeat it. Yeah. Again, this was just kind of a filler episode. We'll see what's going on next week. I don't think it'll be this again, but it'll probably be like as I think I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. The Planet Crafter is getting an update sometime this month. I wish they were more specific than that, so I could, schedule around it. But no, sometime this month they are getting an update. So next week I will probably be playing that. If their update isn't ready by then, I will still probably be playing it to make sure that everything is ready for when they update it. Making sure my production and whatnot is up to what's needed. Things like that. Maybe do a bit of redecoration and getting things set up how I would like them to be, rather than just a hodgepodge of everything. Just enough to work, as my usual seems to be. But yeah, look forward to Planet Crafter next week, in one form or another. And then, of course, tomorrow is Pokemon Scarlet. I'll probably be continuing on with the Teal Mask. So, yeah, look forward to that. But still, hope you enjoyed everything tonight, and I will talk to y'all next time. Have a good night.